Yes, students, good morning. So, how are you all? कैसे हो आप सब? I hope you all are good and fine and healthy and safe, right? And that should be always. So, welcome back to today's class and just doing the customary thing. Just raise your hand if my voice is clear to you all. If you are able to hear my voice clear, raise your hand so that we can move on with our class. Yes, okay. Now I think this has been a habit for you all. मेरे बिना कहे hand raise कर दिया करो class start होते ही, because this we have been doing continuously since a very long time. So this should become a habit now, right? Chalo. So beginning with our class, we completed a chapter yesterday, and the chapter was, the name of the chapter is the name of the book itself, Footprints Without Feet. It is a story of a very eccentric scientist, very strange scientist who becomes what? Who becomes invisible. The scientist gets invisible. And now what he does with this discovery of his, does he uses the discovery or he misuses the discovery? The thing is this on which we have to focus. And we studied the chapter well, we understood this chapter well, and it was a very interesting story by the writer H.G. Wells. And I hope we all enjoyed it thoroughly. And now we were doing the question answer part. First part, that is think about it, we will take it again. So today what we will be doing, as we all know that Thursday, tomorrow it will be a class off for you all. It is a test day. So what we will do today, we won't start a new chapter today. Okay, we will be starting it on Friday. Today, after completing these question answer discussion, we will be taking a poem from your another book, that is First Flight. Because poem it is easy to complete in one day. So today's class we will be completing that poem, and really that is a real very interesting poem. When you will understand it, when you listen to it, you yourself are going to realize that yes, this was an interesting thing we did today. So discussing the question answer part quickly so that we can move on to the poetry section, as poetries are really very interesting to study. So we just can't wait for them. Right? So now pay attention all of you. Think about it. Griffin was rather a lawless person, comment. These two questions we have discussed yesterday. But now let us see it again. Griffin was rather a lawless person. Comment. Griffin एक बहुत ही lawless person था. We have to comment on it. Do you really think he was a lawless person? Yes, he was a lawless person to a great extent because he was a man. He was a person who doesn't pay attention to any sort of law. He did theft. He made himself invisible and he cheated the people. He destroyed things and he did everything that a person who follows the law won't do that. So because of this, we are able to know that he was a real lawless person. Whatever he did was an unlawful thing. Second question, how would you assess Griffin as a scientist? Griffin as a scientist कैसा था? Griffin was, as a scientist, we can say he was a eccentric scientist, that he was a strange scientist. बहुत ही strange किस्म का scientist था, बहुत ही strange उनकी discoveries थी. And along with all this, one more thing that we are going to realize, that we have realized and we are going to mention here, when talking a Griffin as a scientist, we will like to say that he has a very deep and he has a very thorough, or he has a very remarkable knowledge of his subject, that is science. And such sort of discovery that Griffin did was only possible for a person who is having a thorough knowledge of science, who has a remarkable knowledge of science. It is possible for only this kind of person to do such a remarkable discovery, such a surprising discovery. How can a man become invisible? This is not an easy thing, and we all know. So Griffin did it possible, so we can say Griffin was a very strange and very remarkable scientist of his time. Next, talk about it. These are questions just to talk about it. It means that इसमें आप अपने views भी दे सकते हो. The answer given by us does not need to be point to point that, मतलब इसमें आपके views और हमारे views differ हो सकते हैं. Now sometimes there is a question came, ऐसा ऐसा हुआ, do you agree or not? So maybe the answer I give from my side is yes, I agree. But from your side, you must have been giving some reasons for no, you do not agree. So this is possible for the answers that is in the category of talk about it. उसमें आप अपना yes no की base पे अपनी reasoning के according answers can vary, opinions can vary. So first, would you like to become invisible? What advantages and disadvantages do you foresee if you did? Now this is a question that is not based on the chapter, that is not based on the book. The thing, the theme, the central idea we understood by the chapter. उसी के बेस पे आपको अपनी लेवल पे इसको आंसर करना है. दिस इज एन इम्प्लाइड क्वेश्चन दैट इम्प्लाइज ऑन यू योरसेल्फ. नाउ यू हैव टू आंसर. What you have to answer whether would you like to become invisible or not. If you say yes, then you have to give the reasons. If you say no, then you have to give the reasons. And what advantages and disadvantages do you foresee if you did? And if you did, अगर आप invisible होना चाहते हो, so आपको invisible होने में what are the advantages, means what are the good things you see in it, and what are the disadvantages, what are the bad things do you foresee in it. So you have to give it with a proper reasoning. I will be giving you the answer according to my viewpoint, and your viewpoints can also vary. That if you vary your answer, students, so while sending me your work, just I when you will send the work, I will check it myself. Okay. Our second question: are these forces around us that are invisible? For example, magnetism. For example, magnetism. Are there aspects of matter that are invisible or not visible to the naked eyes? What would the world be like if you could see such forces or such aspects of matter? क्या कोई फोर्सेस हैं आपके आसपास दैट आर इनविजिबल, आपके आसपास जो इनविजिबल है? फॉर एग्जांपल मैग्नेटिज्म. मैग्नेटिज्म इज इनविजिबल. आर देयर एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ मैटर दैट आर इनविजिबल और नॉट विजिबल टू नेकेड आईज? क्या कुछ ऐसे एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ मैटर भी हैं दोज आर इनविजिबल एंड दोज आर नॉट विजिबल टू योर नेकेड आईज? व्हाट वुड द वर्ल्ड बी लाइक if you could see such forces or such aspects of matter? Now, if we are able to see these invisible forces or invisible matter aspects, so what would the world be like? तो आपको उस बेस पे अपना आंसर देना है. You have to give your answer on that base. So these are completely the answer that should be given according to you. So I am explaining the questions properly to you and you try to answer it yourself. Question number 3. What makes glass or water transparent? Now this is an amazing thing and we keep thinking about it always, that ये glass और पानी transparent क्यों है? Why doesn't it have a color of itself? ये opaque क्यों नहीं है? ये translucent क्यों नहीं है? Why are they transparent? And this is a very amazing question. What is the scientific explanation for this? Now what is the scientific explanation for this? Scientists तो बता ही सकते हैं कि ऐसा क्यों है. Do you think it would be scientifically possible for a man to become invisible or transparent? Now that was a story which we read, but do you really think that it would be scientifically possible for a man कि हम सब जो हैं, is it possible for us? क्या साइंटिस्ट इस चीज को कभी पॉसिबल बना पाएंगे दैट वी ऑल अ मैन शुड बिकम इनविजिबल और ट्रांसपेरेंट? कीप इन माइंड दैट राइटर ऑफ साइंस फिक्शन हैव often turned out to be prophetic in their imagination. Now, आपको हमेशा इस चीज को दिमाग में रखना है कि the writer of the science fiction, they always have to turn prophetic, and while in their imagination, while they are imagining a thing, they are telling you in the science fiction they have to be prophetic. So this thing you also have to keep in mind while giving the answer. So what makes the glass of water transparent? And would you think, क्या आपको ऐसा लगता है that scientists will ever be possible, make it possible for a man to become invisible or transparent? So ये 3 questions हैं that are based on your imagination or your, we can say, opinion. So this you have to think about the answer yourself, what are the answers, and then whatever answers I'll be providing to you, just compare the answers, just check it, and if you will give me the answers done by you, I myself will also check them. So with this, along with the discussion of the question and answer, our chapter number 5, that is the footprints without feet, is complete, and you will be getting the notes, summarized notes, and the question answer part within a day or two, and then complete it and send it to me for checking. Still, there are some students who are not sending me the work. If there is any reason, just discuss it with me why you are not sending it. And if you do not have any such reason, just complete it and send it to me for checking. Now, we switching on to the next part, that is the poem. Now, we will be discussing this poem. Okay? So, we will be discussing this because our timing for today's class are such that the chapter will be left incomplete in between, and tomorrow being a break day, how we are going to complete it. And one day break is going to break up all the link of the chapter of today and day after tomorrow. So today we'll be completing the poem, and it is a very interesting poem from your book First Flight. So students, when we talk of a ball poem, now ball, you know what is a ball. You play with a bat and a ball, that is a ball. Okay. So आप बैट बॉल से खेलते हो, वही बॉल की हम यहाँ पे बात कर रहे हैं. बट यहाँ पे इस बॉल को बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग वे में प्रेजेंट किया गया है, एंड कहीं ना कहीं दिस रेफर्स टू आवर रियल लाइफ सिचुएशन. नाउ द बॉल पोएम बाय जॉन बेरीमैन. जॉन बेरीमैन जो एक बहुत ही रेगुलर इश्यूज पे लिखने वाले पोएट थे, एंड वो बहुत ही अच्छा लिखते थे, बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग लिखते थे, दैट ऑल द पीपल रियली एंजॉय हिज राइटिंग पार्ट. सब पीपल उनका राइटिंग पार्ट बहुत एंजॉय करते थे. सो दिस वी आर ऑल्सो गोइंग टू एंजॉय. First, just once again, why I am feeling कि my voice is not clear. Just few students once again, please. It will be a trouble to you, but please raise your hand. Okay, thank you. Bas, that's it enough. Oh, okay. Stop. Now that is enough, and we will continue with the poem. So the ball poem. Ball itself refers to the playing ball, जिससे बच्चे खेलते हैं और elders खेलते हैं, और we can say हम cricket खेलते हैं तो भी हमारे पास क्या होता है, एक बैट होता है और एक बॉल होता है. बॉल इज अ काइंड ऑफ अ टॉय विच इज फॉर ऑल द एज ग्रुप्स यूज्ड इन डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ फॉर्म. बट आपने छोटे बच्चों को देखा होगा, इफ अ स्मॉल बॉय, वेदर गर्ल और बॉय, बट स्पेसिफिकली बॉयज, एनी टाइम, इवन समटाइम्स वी मस्ट हैव सीन कि वो किसी फंक्शन पार्टी में भी जा रहे हैं बच्चे, then also they are having a ball in their hand. At any cost they are not going to leave that ball. सोते हैं तब भी अ बॉल इज इन देयर हैंड, जैसे कि वो उनके लिए एक बहुत ही प्रेशियस एलिमेंट है, एंड दैट इज अ फेवरेट टॉय ऑफ द चाइल्ड. सो सिमिलर थिंग हैपेंस हियर. द बॉय लूजेस अ बॉल. यहाँ पे हम जिस बॉय की बात कर रहे हैं इस पोएम में, द कैरेक्टर ऑफ द पोएम, वो एक बॉय है, एंड द बॉय लूजेस अ बॉल. ही इज वेरी अपसेट. वो बहुत अपसेट है. Okay, a ball doesn't cost much, nor is it difficult to buy another ball. As we all know that ball जो है इतनी costly चीज नहीं है, and even if it is lost, it is not difficult to buy another ball. बिल्कुल भी मुश्किल नहीं है. Any time, जब भी आपकी इच्छा हो, you can buy another ball. Why then is the boy so upset? फिर भी ये boy इतना upset क्यों है? Why is he so upset? What is the reason behind it? Read the poem to see what the poet thinks has been lost. Now just read the poem and you will get to know it is not only the ball that is lost, it has been something else that is lost. And what is it? We are going to know it in the poem later. And what the boy has to learn from the experience of losing something. And everything that happens with us give us an experience that helps us in our life all the way. So यहाँ पे इस बच्चे को क्या एक्सपीरियंस होने वाला है, that also we are going to know. So two answers that we are going to get after understanding the poem are: first, why is the boy so upset? What the poet has lost, the thing that is making him upset. And secondly, what the boy learns from this experience of losing something of his. तो उससे उसको क्या सीखने को मिलेगा? Now, first of all, I would like to just read the text as it is. Just keep listening and pay proper attention to it. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go, merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over there it is in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the ball. As he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I could not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility in the world of possession. People will take balls, and balls will be lost to always, little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up by John Berry. So this is a very beautiful text we are going to study. Now, all together मैं आपको शॉर्ट में एक बार इस चीज को एक्सप्लेन करती हूँ इन अ वेरी इजी लैंग्वेज कि आप इस पोएम का क्रक्स समझ जाओ. समटाइम्स क्या होता है, आपकी कोई फेवरेट चीज है, ठीक है, सपोज आपका कोई फेवरेट पेन है, इट इज योर फेवरेट पेन, इट इज विद यू फ्रॉम अ लॉन्ग टाइम. सपोज वी कैन से वो आपके किसी बेस्ट फ्रेंड का गिफ्टेड पेन है और इट इज योर फेवरेट, इट हैज बीन गिफ्टेड टू यू बाय योर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स और समवन वेरी स्पेशल, and it is a very simple pen whose cost is nearly about, we can say, just 10, 20, 30 rupees, but still it is invaluable to you. आपके लिए उसकी कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, इतनी वैल्यू है मीन्स आप उसको वैल्यू इवेल्युएट नहीं कर सकते कि इसकी क्या कीमत है, वो आपके लिए क्या है, बेशकीमती चीज हो गई है. So sometimes क्या होता है, if you by mistake forget your pen somewhere, you are very upset. Why? हम बोल सकते हैं ना, you can get a pen, हम आपके लिए नया पेन ले आते हैं, go buy 10 new pens. Why is it you are so upset just because of that so cheap pen 1, 2, 3? But it must have been cheap in its cost. But the value to you is invaluable. आपके लिए जो उसकी वैल्यू है उसको आप सोच भी नहीं सकते. सो यही चीज है, मनी कैन बाय एनीथिंग, मनी इज एक्सटर्नल, मनी आपको कोई भी चीज ला देगा, बट द मेमोरीज, बट द फीलिंग्स अटैच टू दैट थिंग व्हेन यू लूज इट, दैट कांट बाय. वो मनी उस चीज को नहीं खरीद के ला सकता, वहां पे मनी इज वेरी मच एक्सटर्नल. मनी आपके लिए वो चीज तो ले आएगा, but how can the memories connected with that thing be bought back by money? No, memories and the feelings cannot be bought back by anything, not even money, not even anything else. So ऐसा ही यहाँ पे होता है, boy loses a ball which was his childhood, जो उसकी बहुत पुरानी childhood से वो उसी बॉल के साथ आ रहा है, and that ball is very much close to his heart and mind, and losing that ball because that ball उसके हाथ से निकलती है and it bounces and it goes and drown in a, we can say, नीचे जो रिवर है उसके अंदर वो बहती हुई चली जाती है, and the boy keeps on seeing standing up on the harbor कि उसकी बॉल, उसकी चाइल्डहुड जो है एक तरह से पानी के साथ आगे बहता चला जा रहा है, and he can do nothing. He is very upset and it is said to him that why are you so upset? We will buy a new ball for you, we can buy. But his young days, his memories, his feelings जो कंटिन्यूसली उस हार्बर में जा रही थी, वो कौन वापस लेकर के आएगा, बॉल तो ले आएंगे. सो दैट इज व्हाई ही इज वेरी अपसेट. एंड एक तो ये कि उसकी मेमोरीज, उसका चाइल्डहुड वहां पे चला गया है, दैट इज अ बिगेस्ट लॉस फॉर हिम, एंड उसी के कारण वो इतना अपसेट है. एंड द सेकेंड थिंग दैट व्हाट एक्सपीरियंसेस he is getting from losing something and that he is going to take up in his life are that we understand that we can say feelings and memories can't be brought back by anything. And the epistemology of loss, the nature of loss is understood by the boy. This means what does it mean to lose something? किसी चीज को खोना क्या होता है? So from now onwards, he become very particular about his thing. He senses a sense of responsibility. उन्हें अपने अंदर एक responsibility की feeling आती है. फर्स्ट टाइम वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी फील करता है टुवर्ड्स द पोजेशंस. तो ये उसको एक्सपीरियंस होता है. जब हम किसी चीज को खोते हैं ना तभी हमें उसकी कदर होती है. जब तक वो पेन आपके पास था आपने उसकी सपोज बहुत परवाह नहीं की, बट द डे यू लूज इट आपको सडनली उसके प्रति अपनी फीलिंग आने लग जाती है. सो दिस इज ऑल दैट इज इन द पोएम एंड नाउ वी विल बी टेकिंग द टेक्स्ट लाइन बाय लाइन. व्हाट इज द बॉय What is the boy now who has lost his ball? अब वो बच्चा कैसा हो गया जिसने अपनी बॉल लूज की थी? Now he has become much more responsible than earlier. Which boy? The boy who has lost his ball. What is he to do? I saw it go. But what is it to do? वो क्या कर सकता था या वो क्या करता? I saw it go. उसने अपनी बॉल को जाते देखा. He saw his ball going in the water along with the water. But firstly उसने देखा the ball was doing what? The ball was merrily bouncing down the street. वो down the street वो bounce करती हुई, जिसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, बॉल जब उछलते हुए जाती है तो जब वो बाउंस करती है उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, थप्पा खाना बोलते हैं ना. तो उसी तरीके से द बॉल केप्ट बाउंसिंग डाउन द स्ट्रीट एंड देन merrily over, और फिर over the street very happily. It was seeing that the ball is in a very happy mood. And there it is in the water. And देखते ही देखते there the ball was in the water itself. चली गई वो water में. No use to say or there are other balls. कोई यूज नहीं था इस चीज को कहने का कि ओ देयर आर अदर बॉल्स. कोई मतलब नहीं था हमें उस बच्चे को ये बोलने से ही डजंट मैटर, लेट द बॉल गो, चली गई तो जाने दो, और बहुत बॉल्स हैं. नो, बिकॉज द फीलिंग्स विद दैट बॉल आर नॉट गोइंग टू बी इन एनी अदर बॉल. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the body because an ultimate shaking grief, इतना दुख, उस दुख ने जिसने उसको हिला दिया, fixes the body of the boy. वो एकदम still हो गया. He was in such a big shock and he was in a grief. As he stands rigid, वो एकदम rigid होके खड़ा हो गया, tremble कर रहा है, and staring down, और नीचे की तरफ घूर रहा है. And वो नीचे की तरफ किसको घूर रहा था? Because he was standing up on the harbor and the ball was merrily bouncing and going in the river, and he was staring at the river. That is too in a very still and a very rigid way. Now all his young days into the harbor, and he was staring down all his young days, उसके बचपन के वो सारे दिन, बचपन की वो सारी memories जो कहाँ थी अब? in the harbor where his ball went, उस harbor में जिसमें उसकी बॉल चली गई. I would not intrude on him, मैं उसे बीच में डिस्टर्ब नहीं करूंगा. A dime another ball is worthless, because a dime, एक और बॉल मैं उसको लाकर भी दे दूं तो it is going to be worthless. उस बॉल की उसके लिए कोई वैल्यू नहीं होगी, बिकॉज वो जो बॉल उसने खो दी है that was invaluable to him. वो उसके लिए एकदम इनवैल्यूएबल थी, जिसको आप कभी भी वैल्यू नहीं कर सकते. नाउ सेकेंड पार्ट. Now he senses first responsibility. Now the experience, every incident that happens gives us some experience. और उस experience से हमें कुछ lesson भी मिलता है that we going to take up for our life. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Now he senses first responsibility. अब यहाँ पे first वो क्या sense करते हैं? Responsibility. In a world of possessions, वो world जहाँ पे आपके बहुत से possessions है, people will take balls will be lost always. So people क्या लेके आएंगे? People will take balls. People balls लेंगे and balls हमेशा खोती रहेंगी. हम भी देखते हैं ना, हम रोज एक नई बॉल लूज कर देते हैं. But the day we lose is our favorite ball. The day we lose is something that is very special to us. हमारी भी यही condition होगी जो इस boy की हुई है, that we will also get upset we will also get rigid, tremble, and staring down, looking at the thing we are losing. And it is a permanent fixed shaking grief, that is ultimate shaking grief, that is going to fix our body. So people will take the balls, people balls लेंगे and balls will be lost always, और balls हमेशा lose होती जाएंगी. Little boy, वो उसको कह रहा है little boy, and no one buys the ball back, and little boy कोई भी ball को वापस नहीं लेकर के आएगा. मनी इज एक्सटर्नल, मनी एक्सटर्नल है, उससे आप बॉल तो खरीद सकते हो, बट आप उसके साथ जुड़ी हुई मेमोरीज या उसके साथ जुड़े हुए आपके एक्सपीरियंसेस को, फीलिंग्स को आप बाय बैक नहीं कर सकते. ही इज लर्निंग वेल बिहाइंड हिज डेस्परेट आइज, एंड ही इज लर्निंग वेल बिहाइंड हिज डेस्परेट आइज. हिज डेस्परेट आइज, डेस्परेट आइज क्या होती है? वो आइज जिसके अंदर बहुत ही क्यूरियोसिटी होती है. और यहाँ पे क्यूरियोसिटी क्या थी? यहाँ पे क्यूरियोसिटी थी उसकी बॉल को लेकर, वो बॉल जो उसकी कहीं पे चली गई है. ओके, सो द एपिस्टेमोलॉजी ऑफ लॉस, द नेचर ऑफ द लॉस. लॉस का अपना एक नेचर होता है. सो व्हेन यू सी द नेचर ऑफ द लॉस, जब हमने लॉस का नेचर देखा, क्या देखा हमने लॉस के उसमें जो हमने लॉस देखते हैं हम लाइफ में, उसका क्या नेचर होता है कि लॉस कैनॉट बी फुलफिल्ड अगेन. कुछ लॉसेस तो होते हैं जिनकी भरपाई हो सकती है, एंड कुछ लॉसेस ऐसे होते हैं जिन्हें हम कभी भी पूरा नहीं कर सकते. वंस इट इज लॉस्ट, इट इज लॉस्ट. सो यहाँ पे द अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द नेचर ऑफ द लॉस, what it means to lose something, what it really does to mean lose something, that can be understood only by the person who really loses something. यहाँ पे 10 लोग होंगे सपोज फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एंड उसमें से सपोज एक पर्सन ने रियल में कुछ लूज किया है ना, that is the only person who is going to understand actually what a loss is. And the remaining 9 are saying doesn't matter, हो गया तो हो गया, if you lost it doesn't matter, we will get you a new one. But what actually losing means is understood only by the person who has lost something, जिन्होंने रियल में कुछ खोया है. So how to stand up now? The after the epistemology nature of loss, the person experiences how to stand up. कैसे वापस अपनी विल पावर को इकट्ठा करके कैसे वापस again he has to stand up, knowing that every man must one day know and must know many days how to stand up. और ये जानते हुए कि that every man in this world is one day going to know about the most loss, that is many days, that is the loss. How to stand up, कि इतना सब लॉस होने के बाद में भी, इतना सब लूज करने के बाद में भी, how we have to stand up. So we can say this is a very interesting poem where a boy loses what? The boy loses his ball, his very favorite ball, and he sees कि वो बॉल उसके सामने से ही कैसे उससे दूर चली जा रही है. So this is a really very touchy poem we can say. And the boy, it is no use कि हम उसको ये बोले doesn't matter, don't be so sad, don't be so upset, we are going to buy a new ball for you, because ball, it is not necessary ball 1 2 3 4 10 balls you are going to buy new, but the feeling that is attached with this ball is not going to come back even if you buy 100 of balls back again. So the experiences or the lesson that he learned from it is that he senses a sense of responsibility. Now he decided that from now on in future he is going to take proper care of his thing. He is going to hold them tight so that he will not lose them. And in this world of possession, the sense of responsibility is must. And the boy says that now I am going to sense the responsibility. I am going to take care of everything. People will take balls and balls are going to be lost always. So we also got to know one thing, that no one can buy the memories back, no one can buy the feelings back. Money is external and you can buy lots of balls with it. And he is also learning behind his desperate eyes, and he says the nature of loss is understood by him, and he along with that he says that we should always know that how to stand up even after we lose something. कुछ खो देने के बाद भी आपको कैसे वापस से stand होना है. So this is all we studied in this poem. तो ये जो लॉस था, नेचर ऑफ लॉस था एंड हाउ टू जस्ट कवर इट अप, वो हमने यहाँ पे इस पोएम के अंदर देखा है. आई होप द पोएम इज वेरी वेल क्लियर टू यू. So it is a poem about the loss and the sense of responsibility. What you lose and losing experience, how the losing experience give you a sense of responsibility. Some people sense the first responsibility after they lose something. Or we can say the people start valuing the things once they lose the thing. So this is all in this poem, and I hope it is well explained and well understood by you. The question answers of the poem will be discussing in the next class, and in the next class we are going to take up the next chapter. We should have taken it today, but आज उसको लेने से कोई sense नहीं था. So this is all for the poem. The question answers we have discussed, the poem we have discussed, I have explained to you properly. I hope you have understood it well. Question answers of the poem we will discuss in our next class, and we'll be starting with the new chapter. So students, keep studying. Now the study is very important because tomorrow you have a test of history. So keep studying, stay home, stay safe till then, take care of yourself, and we will be meeting in our next class day after tomorrow. Stay safe and stay healthy.